podcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It is season 5, episode 28, number 208. How is it going?
Oh, you know.
Fair. I can't wait until we have episode 538. I don't know why. Just struck me as we were talking. We are live tonight with the patrons. In the chat, we've got Ro and Greg and Matt joining us. Howdy, everybody. Sorry, we got a little bit of a late start tonight. That was completely my fault, but you guys heard that whole thing beforehand. Tonight was pajama optional. I'm in a comfy shirt and a ridiculous necklace from Target Christmas collection.
Nice.
I'm into it. I'm really here for it.
So I never wear big statement necklaces. Like, I'm all about like earrings or whatever else, but never really necklaces. And I wanted to wear I saw this at Target and was like instantly obsessed with it. And I wanted to wear it for the pictures that we took with the family pictures for Christmas cards. And
I was wondering if it was the same
necklace.
necklace.
It is the same necklace. And it was $30 though. And I was like, I bought it and I was like right before and I was like, maybe I'll just wear it and like return it like the next day. And I brought it in the car in the bag and I just couldn't bring myself to actually return it. I was like, I'm just going to find ways to wear this ridiculous piece of bling because I love it so much. And I need
$30? That's like
$30 is a lot of money.
That's justifiable, I think.
It's a lot of money for something like this. I feel like, I don't know. But like I said, there's so many colors in it that I can wear it with like everything.
Perfect. You wear that with a black t-shirt and like
exactly.
You look fancy.
Yes, super fans. Anyway, I guess to finish out some of the housekeeping on the top of the show, last night we recorded our Broad Topics episode that is out on the feed, so check that out as well. We talked about the Diet Coke button, the Bernie memes, the insurrection and accountability. We talked about the Trump presidential food court instead of library.
It's one of our finer brainstorms, I think.
What else did we talk about? We talked about, let's see. Oh, the filibuster a little bit. And I'm sorry, Joanne, when I was listening, I was like, man, I think I came off kind of like, I don't know, kind of hot on it. So I'm sorry if I, was, what's the right word? Disarming? No, that's not it. Disarming is good. If I was rawr, I don't know.
Aggressive?
Aggressive. Thank you. That's the word. That's what I wanted. Aggressive.
Sounds like 2 syllables.
Yeah, good times. Good times. Yes, so as Matt pointed out, last week was episode 207, which is 69 times 3, a thing that we missed.
Yeah, so I don't really do math, but
no, it's not that I didn't miss it. It's just that it would never be a thought that would go through my head.
I appreciate it being pointed out, though.
Right.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I just realized that episode 210, which is Matt's birthday, comes out on February 12th, which is his birthday week.
Oh.
Wow.
There we go.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes. Also the week that impeachment starts. Also my birthday week, too. And also Amanda's brother's birthday week. All the weeks. Happy birthday, everybody.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll say it again in 2 weeks. Anyway, what's going on?
I went to the dentist today.
Oh.
That was my big exciting thing. I feel like I have a whole new mouth. It's great. I was supposed to get my 6-month, every 6-month appointment was supposed to be in April of 2020. So obviously that didn't happen. And then it didn't really feel like that was like a pressing thing to reschedule once they reopened. But, if you wait long enough, then it does become pressing. My teeth are noticeably cleaner. It feels very nice. And it was weird, too, because I had the appointment like first thing in the morning. And so I had like a place to go to like in the morning. It felt strange. It was like, whoa. This feels very like 2019.
Yeah, it's kind of nice though, right? It's like I schedule most of my doctor's appointments for the earlier part of the day for that reason.
Yeah.
Like I get up, I go out, I put real clothes on.
That was nice. And my dentist is like a mile away from my place. So like I walked, and so it was like a nice thing in the morning. Not that I want to go to the dentist every morning, and not that I want to go back like in person to work either. Let's not get confused here. But it was it was a nice little walk. So
Nice.
That's done. They were very, I mean, because it's weird. Like, you know, I've been to like doctor's appointments, but you keep your mask on for the whole thing. Obviously, for the dentist, you can't do that. And so it's like the first time I've been indoors somewhere and taken my mask off. That's not my home since like March of last year. Like it was really, really weird.
Yeah.
I bet.
I have a love-hate relationship with the dentist. I don't know. I feel like they always find something wrong that has to be fixed immediately, and it's not really a big deal. Like Zachary, they told us about a month or so ago that he needed to go see, he had cavities, he needed to go see a special child's doctor, blah, blah, blah. We went to the child's doctor, all worried, whatever. And she was like, okay, so you have this little thing right here. It doesn't require anesthesia, blah, blah, blah. And they made it sound like half of his mouth was decayed. Like they freaked us out. And it ended up being, we had to pay like a $51 co-insurance or whatever just for them to tell us that he needs to get the numbing stuff to cover the beginning of a cavity on one tooth. And I was like, awesome. Like this is...
Dude, Colleen, every time we get a medical bill, and this is like as recently as last week, it doesn't matter how much it is. Every time we get a medical bill, Punk's like, this is fucking insane. And like if we move back to France one day, it will be 90% because of healthcare.
Interesting.
So, like, just to hear, a $51 copay just for them to tell you.
Well, I think it was the co-insurance because we had used the copay for the actual doctor's visit. That was like the free one, which then they sent us to the specialist.
What's the difference? Yeah.
So there's two different things, two different words to say that you have to pay for shit. I don't know the difference.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I don't either.
It all seems pretty silly in one of the richest countries in the world.
It's don't get me started. But I'm glad that you have clean mouth. I'm glad that your mouth is clean.
I'm glad I have clean mouth too. It feels so nice.
Shandy's clean mouth, episode title. No.
I love it. The dentist is my favorite. Out of all the doctors we're supposed to go to on the regular, the dentist is my favorite.
Not
I guess
mine.
I mean, not like the experience of being at the dentist, although I really do like my dentist. He is the nicest man on the planet. He has a wonderful South African accent. It's always a delight. And they're super, super clean. They were even pre-COVID, but during COVID, it was a lovely experience. But it's just it's the leaving the dentist and your mouth.
Once you're done,
very important.
Once you're done with it, it's great. But I cannot stand the noise is terrible. The scratching is terrible. When you can feel it a little bit on your gums is terrible. The opening your mouth like that is also terrible. And having that thing in there that takes away the water, the suction thing. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I have an overactive gag reflex, but that's very challenging for me.
No, Zachary, the scraping on the teeth bothers me. And it did bother Zach too each time that we were there.
Yeah. Poor kid.
Yeah. Oh, is that a tooth at least that's is that a permanent tooth or is
no,
that
it's not a permanent tooth. But his two front top teeth are loose, so that's going to be adorable whenever that happens.
Nice.
I know.
That's exciting. Yeah. No, but speaking about kids at the dentist, I was thinking about it at the dentist today, actually, when I was a kid and my mom would drop off four of us at the dentist. And I just remember waiting in the waiting room because it was until everyone was done, then we had to wait to go. So it was such a long affair, which probably it was 20 minutes total. And it just, in kid time, that seems like forever, but it was such an ordeal.
Yeah. JP's joined us.
Lucky he only has one. One sibling.
Yes. Oh, yes. JP's joined us
when the time comes.
He has a dentist appointment on Thursday. Good luck, JP. I hope that, you have teeth clean too. Well, what about you, Amanda? Anything going on?
I left my house today.
Cool.
Nice. Where did you go?
I walked down to like the main drag in our neighborhood because I was out of coffee, and we're not currently going to the grocery store because surging pandemic, New York City living, we're fresh directing, but the closest grocery store to us doesn't have very good coffee, and I've become very like bougie about my beans. So I walked down. I used it as an excuse to walk down to a coffee shop that I really like that also sells coffee.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And it was snowing this morning, but it was supposed to get worse throughout the day. So I was like, I'll go in the morning. And then it stopped snowing. So I went out the only time during the day when it was snowing.
Aww. My mom was doing a test. I did a test Zoom with my mom today, and the snow was in the background and it looked very pretty. That's where I was going with this.
Nice.
So
Nice.
It was nice snow.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very
So
cool.
is your mom, are they doing like, classes uniquely on Zoom some days and classes uniquely in person on other days?
I'm not positive. I was under the impression that certain classes were going to meet in person and certain ones didn't qualify to meet in person, but I'm not sure. I probably should have asked that, but I didn't.
Because I asked because what they're having us do is teach simultaneously, virtually and in person. So that's going to be fun.
That's what.
So someone's always going to get your profile.
That's what they.
Yeah.
That's what they did when they were rotating each kid a week in school before they brought everybody in together. Because they had the cohorts, so like group A, B, and C. And group A would be in the classroom while B and C was watching from home. So she would be teaching to everybody, but certain, it was 6 or 8 kids in the classroom and then everybody else at home. And I think they had a teacher's aide that was helping, just because they're in first grade. So
Right. That's too much for one person.
yeah. But now they're doing virtual school again through at least February 12th, I think it is. They're going to meet on the 8th and make the decision of what to do for the rest of the semester. They have put out the call for substitutes like crazy. There's been so many emails. They've offering to let them take the certification course to they raised the pay for certified and uncertified substitutes, and they offered the class to fast track it if you want to become a certified sub. And there's been so many emails that have gone out because it's not so much the students, it's a personnel problem. They just every time somebody comes into contact with it, they've got a quarantine, and they were just that's the issue going on right now. So
no, it's almost like somebody could have seen this coming.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope with the vaccines that they prioritize teachers, and I hope that they can go back, because Zachary's just he finds anything. He was playing with the toys, and she asked them all to stop playing with toys yesterday. So I put the toys down. He had found them again and was playing with them, so I removed them from the room. And he had no toys today, and what they do is they have the little dry erase board, and they're supposed to write their answers and hold it up to the screen. And what he did today, and I don't have it to show you, was the eraser, the little eraser. He took it with a pencil or with his pen or something and just poked a hole in it and completely destroyed it. It was in shards on the ground and everything. Because he just couldn't just sit still and watch. He had to be doing something else.
Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. That's hard.
So
I can't even sit there through hours without checking the news.
Yeah, it's we're asking a lot of our little people.
We are. And when they're at school, they were there from 9:15 through 4 o'clock. And yes, they had lunchtime and snack time and playground time. But now they're only really having live instruction from 9:15 to 10:30. And then she works with a group of them each day that rotates from 10:30 to 11. And then they're done from 11 to 12:30. And then at 12:30, they have specials, which is gym or art or music. And I feel so terrible for the specials teachers because they are trying so hard. And, like, it's lunchtime and, like, the kids are just, you know, not really, I don't think they're all feeling it the way that they would if they were in person. And they're trying so hard. Like, I got to give them props. And then, you know, they're there from 1 to 2:30. And, you know, at 2:30, they're done. So they really are missing out on instruction time. And the teachers are doing the best they can. And, you know, I know he's doing okay with, like, math and stuff, but, like, just with reading, it's hard to reinforce it and get him to do it with us versus when he's with the teacher, he's not going to complain about it. So, whatever, it is what it is. I don't mean to complain. I mean,
oh, it's rough.
No, it's rough for everybody. It's like the teachers, the parents, the kids. It's not an ideal situation for anybody.
Yeah. And they have, on Wednesdays, they have the asynchronous learning, and the Parks and Rec is doing something for, like, the kids to, like, just have a program to do. So we were thinking about maybe sending him there once a week on Wednesdays. Because it's also tough to, like, get things done ourselves. Or, like, today he flipped the camera around so it was facing the wall, and she called on him, and he couldn't figure out how to flip it back. So he couldn't show his answer. So, like, he had turned the whole computer around, and I had to stop what I was doing and go out there and try to. I was like, well, what did you press to flip it? Like, because he was in Google Meet, but he flipped it not through Google Meet. He flipped it through the Chromebook itself, I think. So, like, I couldn't for the life of me figure it out. So, like, she was like, we'll come back to you. I was like, oh, God, he's not going to be paying attention by then. You have his attention now. He's got a thing written.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Whatever. Like I said, well, it is what it is. This too shall pass.
Exactly. It won't be forever.
Exactly. Hopefully. Yeah. Anyway. Does anybody else have anything? I'm sorry I spent a long time complaining about this school thing. I apologize.
Hey, I'm sure you are not the only person out there listening that doesn't, you know, that's a parent and that doesn't have a similar frustration, complaint, whatever. Like it just is.
I know. But yeah. Okay. So I saw this thing on Twitter that made me laugh so hard that I thought would be perfect for us. It's real short. Okay. And I'm so happy that JP is here because I know that this is where JP is going to shine. So this was, if the person who named walkie-talkies named everything. So,
oh boy.
I think I'm going to like this.
All right. Stamps.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I say a side note before we begin?
Oh, please do.
I just have to point out that in French, they say talkie-walkie.
No way.
Why?
Isn't that mind-blowing?
Yes. Yes,
well, I
it
guess
is.
because you're talking into it, and the walking is like a secondary.
I mean, but like neither words are close to the words talk and walk in French. So I have to imagine that like it's a borrowed word. There are many words that, you know, people will borrow and then just like do them incorrectly.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so funny.
It's great. But yeah, someone just said it backwards and it just stopped for an entire country. I want to know that one person that said it wrong and who started it.
In other news, I just finally got the wireless mouse to connect, and I am so out of it.
Hooray! You're free.
All right. If anybody wants to take a guess, all right? If the person named walkie-talkies named everything, so keep in mind it's something, this game is something like that. Ready? Okay.
Ready.
Stamps. What do you think they would call stamps?
Lickie sticky?
Yes! Shandy, you dog. You're going to be good at this game.
Oh, no, I'm going to be real bad. I just sat there like a potato. I was like, oh, no.
All right. How about bumblebees?
Buzzy stingy? I don't know.
Close.
It's like buzzy wuzzy.
Closer. Fuzzy buzzy.
Fuzzy buzzy.
They are fuzzy.
They are fuzzy, yeah.
A defibrillator. You guys can get this one.
Hardy
Hardy starty.
Starty. I knew it was Hardy something. Like Hardy starter? No, that's wrong.
Greg was close in the chat. He said shocky uppy.
Yeah.
Shocky is kind of funny too.
Shocky. I think that one might be my favorite. I don't know. They're all great. Okay, ready? A pregnancy test.
I feel like it's something with like peeing.
Yeah. PEC.
I'll give you, PEC. No, it's not.
PNC?
PNC. No. Although PNC is a great one. I will accept that. If this was Family Feud, that would be the number 2 choice because that was great. PNC.
Copyright. That's going to be the broadcast branded pregnancy test.
PNC, also the name of the Trump PP tapes. That guys, we're gonna find out at some point. It's just gonna drop in the middle of the night on like Friday into Saturday. Think like we're not gonna it's gonna happen.
I sure hope so.
I know. Okay, it's a maybe baby.
Oh, Matt got it. Yeah.
Oh, did he say that? Oh, yeah, maybe baby. Yeah. Nice. I didn't see that. Awesome. Good job, Matt. Let's see. A bra. This one's very silly. I will give you a hint. The word breast in some form is in it. So it's not like booby saki or something like that. It's not.
Like boulder holder.
Oh, that's great. Over the shoulder boulder holders.
Right. I was going to say, that was not me. I didn't come up with that.
You did to me because I'd never heard of that before.
Playground nursery rhyme.
Yeah. Breasty.
Oh, close.
Breasty vesty.
Ooh. Very close. Breast. Rose said the same thing as you.
Breasty. Breasty rester. Breasty rester.
Breast rester. It's a breasty nesty.
That's a nice image. That's a nice image. Clearly came out by a dude. They're not that comfortable.
All right. The next one is fork. This one might be my favorite because it's very ridiculous. It's not even cheesy. It's just ridiculous.
It's like pokey.
Oh.
Stabby grabby.
Yes! Yes! How did you come up with that? That was awesome.
I don't know. I was like, what do you do with a fork?
Yeah.
You stab things and then you bring it in your mouth.
Well done, Amanda. Socks.
Footy.
Yeah, I was going to go with footy.
Footy hoodie.
I'll give you a hint. Foot is singular.
Foot is singular.
So this involves the plural.
Feety. Flare.
Like feety, like sheath, like feety sheathy.
Oh, close. Feety heaty.
Oh, yes, they do hate you.
Which is close because Greg said in the chat, a toesy warmer.
Yes.
I mean, a good sock will do that, yes.
Mm-hmm. This next one, I've actually been trying to Google while you guys were guessing to see if there's a hippo.
A hippo?
What a hippo is?
A hippo. So I think it does mean a hippopotamus. For whatever that's worth, because I've been trying to Google as you guys have been guessing to see if there's a different version of a hippo, but all I can come up with is it is in fact a hippopotamus.
Okay.
A hungry
big swimmer.
It does have something to do with the water.
Yeah.
Oh, floaty, floaty.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, Bloatie.
This is teamwork.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, I never in a million years would have gotten that. Are you guys cheating?
No.
That's awesome.
But it really is the teamwork.
I'm just a big fan of Fiona the Hippo on Instagram.
Okay, there we go.
Very familiar with the hippo's favorite habitat.
Okay, fair. Fair. The last one is a nightmare. And this one should be easy. If you guys got floaty bloaty, there's no way you're not going to get a nightmare.
Sleepy scary. Slumber.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, I like Matt's. Sleepy creepy.
Sleepy creepy.
Oh, close, but no, but very close.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, you ready?
Greg's is a slumber bummer.
Also close, but it's a screamy dreamy.
Oh,
Dreamy. Yeah, that one's pretty
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Good
That was
times.
good.
That was good. I like this game.
I like that.
Anytime.
Okay, well let me Google real quick and see if that was pulled from something. If the person who named walkie-talkies named everything. Okay, hold on. It shows up a lot of the same thing that I found. Let's see, hilarious thread. This looks promising. Oh wait, Rose said it? Oh, Rose said Scream Dream. Oh, good job, Ro. I'm so sorry I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah, I see it now up in the chat.
Okay. All right. What about a spoon? Oh, this is from a Reddit thread? Oh, holy shit, guys.
Scoopy Whoopie.
Is Scoopies is Scoopy is part of it.
Scoopy Youpie, Scoopy Doopie, Scoopy Loopy.
Like Scoopy Lifter. I feel like that's the next ace detective.
JP said soup scoop is a soupy scoopy.
That's good.
That's very limiting to the spoon, though. The spoon is not just for soup.
Oh man, this page I opened up has a way more complete list. So we were going to do an Ask Reddit after this. Forget it. This was an Ask Reddit that I didn't even know was an Ask Reddit. We're going down this rabbit hole.
Ask Reddit for some other day. We
Exactly.
don't need it today.
Exactly. Okay. This other one is really funny, actually. Wigs.
A hair hat.
Doesn't rhyme.
I know, but it's just I like the idea of a hair hat.
That's great. Fakey furry? No. Harry Larry doesn't make any sense. And,
You're on the right track.
ooh. Harry Starry, Harry Carey, Harry.
You keep going down the alphabet. You'll get there.
Harry
And no,
Carey, Harry
it's-
Mary, Harry Nary, Harry.
It's not Harry
Harry.
Nary because the Nary takes care of the hair. So the Nair takes care of the hair. I actually really like Rose says a Harry Sperry. That's really funny. That would be the second one in Family Feud. It's actually a Harry Wary.
Love it.
Oh, of course.
What about a limousine?
A longy.
I don't know if you're going to get this. Think of this one of like being an actual child saying it.
I don't know if that helps.
A biggie.
Stretch.
Ooh, stretchy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put you out of your misery. Roomy.
Roomy. I like that. That's clever.
Huh.
A computer. All right, this one's dumb. I'll just tell you. A starry squarey.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh gosh. Okay, keeping in theme with the roomy. A cruise missile.
Zoomy boomy.
Yes. Okay. This next one is a genius, and I'm not sure why we didn't go with this. A microwave.
Zappy? Is there a zap in there?
There is not a zap.
Okay.
A heedy. Feedy.
So Heedy. Speedy. Speedy.
Oh, speedy heedy.
Speedy.
What do you put in the microwave?
Food.
Popcorn.
Sure. And popcorn is a type of food.
Frozen cookies, which I definitely did not do earlier.
I made a s'more in the microwave earlier today as well.
Oh, that's a good use of a microwave.
Yeah. We got a fire pit this weekend. I forgot to mention that.
That's the best.
We got a fire pit, yes. Matt is close with Heaty Meaty. It's not that, though. No, it was closer with the Heaty.
Okay, so Heaty is...
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't get them right away, I'm not going to get them.
Okay. It's a Heaty Eaty.
Oh. That's good. That's good.
Let's see. Screwdriver.
A twisty tighty.
Close. Righty tighty.
Righty tighty.
And then let's see. A cowbell. I think that might be the last one.
A dongy congy? A dingy.
A cattle rattle.
Dingy.
A cattle rattle.
What's up?
A cattle rattle.
A cattle rattle.
Yeah, see, I was like, moo. What rhymes with moo?
Oh, man. Okay, so here's a couple of other ones that somebody tweeted, which I don't think come from this thread. But a thong is a peaky cheeky. A parrot is a wordy birdie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
That's a good one.
Autocorrect function is the righty, WRITEY,
Oh, nice.
RIGHTY. A vibrator, a shaky snaky. Nude pics, a sexy texty. Circumcision, a willy nilly. Let's see. A shot glass, a dinky drinky. God. A life jacket, a Bloatie Cody.
Booty Cody.
And then finally we'll finish with low fat desserts. Fakey cakey.
Yeah. Accurate.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, everybody. That was great.
That was great.
That was really good.
All right. So I guess on that note, we'll take a quick commercial break and we will come back and do some feedback and anything else that comes up. We'll be right back. All right. We are back. And while we were gone, the chat came up with some fun things. Let's see. Shampoo, hairdo goo. Cow dung is moo poo.
Good.
I like that.
I like that too. Greg said floss, stringy cleany.
Nice, solid.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thanks, guys. Keep them coming. To get into some feedback, Amanda, have you watched Flight Attendant yet?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, well then we shall skip that feedback and move into more feedback.
Yeah, hopefully this week. It's been a crazy, couple of days. So hopefully this week we can really just dive in.
Okay. Oh, actually, I don't think we have other feedback, so it's just time to get right into the match what she said.
Oh boy.
All right. We finished after midnight.
I'm just going to wash them so I can get another let me try that again. Sometimes you just hit a word and that's as far as you can go with it.
In your case, it was just.
It was just. I'm just going to wash them so I can get another day's use out of them on the back end.
Like I did today. We're talking about my jammies. And I did that today. I started a load of laundry. And then, I started it. I went into the bathroom. I was still in my pajamas because it was like 7:45 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I generally don't have meetings. I didn't have a meeting this morning until 9:30. So, I was taking my time. And I go just to pee, and I'm like, oh my God, the laundry. And I strip naked and I run all the way down the hallway to throw my jammies in the laundry before the cycle gets too far. And Zachary,
priorities.
And Jay and Alex were already gone. And Zachary was like, Mommy, what are you doing? Why are you naked? And I was like, I gotta wash my jammies. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss it for a week. They're really comfortable, guys.
No, you do not have to explain that to me. I get it.
I know you get me.
Oh, hey, we have a special guest.
Oh, hey, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
You guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Anyway, sorry, back to the mattress. She said I brought us down. I wonder what it was doing to make it say its name.
Ask us for it.
That was in there.
There is so much coming at us all the time.
We'll do it real quick.
Jay wanted to get into it.
Put it on the one screen. Did all my busy work on the other screen. Oh.
Hey.
I guess we're starting with Sabrina.
I was real grabby for things.
Just have your bold ending and be done.
Stand by that.
Always a solid plan.
Yeah.
You need to warm it up and put the whipped cream on it.
That's very true.
That's very true.
All right, moving into that was great. Thank you, Matt. And we did do a That's What She Said last week, but I had to cut it out for time because the show was just running really, really long, and I was getting very stressed out. Which I don't know. Maybe I'm just going through a thing where I'm getting very stressed lately. Which is I'm just putting that all together right now, but in real time. But we had to cut it out for time, so it will be in the next patron bonus show. So if you are a bonus level patron, be on the lookout for that. Which I guess everybody in here right now watching us is also by default a bonus level patron. So stay tuned. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, moving into Butter She-Mails. I've lost my mind. We will start off with a voicemail from Desiree.
Hey, Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. This is Des.
This is Astrid.
And I'm an episode behind. We're on episode 5.26, I think it is, Aquarius. And I'm listening to the episode. I'm going, did I miss something? Did I miss an announcement? Because sure sounds like Amanda might be pregnant. And then I got to the part with the feedback where Maggie was saying congratulations, and then you guys, talked about it and everything. And all you can say is congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, that's awesome. So yeah, that's great, Amanda. So that dream I had a couple years ago where I was hanging out with you and you had a little girl with you, maybe that dream's going to come true. I mean, I don't know if you know if it's a boy or a girl yet, but yeah, maybe it will. That would be awesome. One day after COVID, maybe I'll be able to meet Amanda and Shandy and see Colleen again, because I really, really miss her. You want to go see it too? Yeah?
Tomorrow will COVID be over?
No, tomorrow COVID will not be over, sweet pea. Hopefully by fall. We'll see. Anyway, so yes, I'm just excited for you, Amanda, because let me tell you, I've got 3 kids and they really are the best and the worst thing that happens to you. Colleen knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
So yeah, that's so awesome. Really excited for you. Anyways, also wanted to say apple pie, love it. Hey, you guys are saying that, who was it? Shandy was saying you didn't like apple pie that much, I think. I don't know. I listened to that this morning. But anyways, I love apple pie, but only my mother's apple pie. My mom makes the best apple pie. I won't eat any other apple pie if they have it in a restaurant or a bakery, because it's not going to be as good as my mom's. Oh, I know what you're saying, Shandy. Crunchy apples and apple pie. Ugh. They shouldn't be crunchy. They should be soft. Soft and yummy and delicious. And Yes, my mom makes the best apple pie. If you guys ever come to Pensacola, my mom will make you an apple pie. I'll insist on it. She likes apple pie with cheddar on it too, which to me is weird. But I've never tried it, and just the thought of, I don't like to mix sweet and savory that much, so it's not really my thing. But apparently it's a thing for a lot of people. Yeah, that's all we called about. Like I said, I'm an episode behind, so this feedback is so dated already. Yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Love the show.
Heard that I farted.
Oh, go ahead.
I fought.
She farted. She wanted to let you guys know. So, yeah. I'm telling you, children, they're a delight. Anyways, love you guys. Love the show. Bye.
That email was that voicemail was perfect.
I love you, ladies.
Yeah. So good for so many reasons.
Oh my god, you guys
I
would
love
love Des.
feedback that's behind.
Oh,
I think it's great.
I don't
I think that line's making a reappearance.
In a
I
match.
think we're going to see that in a future. That's what she said.
Gotcha. I thought that maybe I roboted, but no, it reminds us of what we were talking about before, and then we can keep the conversation going. It's great. Thank you, Des.
They're lovely.
Also loved the part. Very on brand for us. That was great.
Yep, that was the perfect way to end that. There's no better way to end that.
I was reading Alex and Zach a story before bedtime tonight, and Alex is like little and tiny, right? He's still in 2T, and he's going to be 3 in 2 weeks. And he is like solidly in 2T. Like, we are not even close to 3T. That one ripped so bad it shook Zach's bed. It's so funny. And like Zach and I stopped and we looked at him and he was just like, it was like
like cartoon fart.
I was jealous. I was like, I could use a good fart like that, Alex. Like anytime like he poops or he farts or something, you're just like, you're so little, like where is it all going? Like where does it live?
Or it's more forceful because it had less of a journey.
That's very true. We gave my sister a lot of hand-me-downs for Wyatt, and he's a year and 7 months younger, or a year and 5 months younger. I'm sorry, a year and 5 months younger than Alex. And Caitlin would always say, I'm wearing something from the Zalex collection, because it was, the... And at some point, like, over Christmas when we saw them, we were like, I was like, I don't have anything for you because Wyatt's almost in 2T. I was like, you might lap him. Like, I might be getting the Wyatt collection. I don't know.
Oh, well, someone who's always been petite. It's okay, Alex. It's not that big of a deal. It'll be fine.
He'll catch up. He'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yes. So, I do miss Desiree so much, a lot. I haven't seen you since before Astrid, so crazy.
I look forward to the day that we can meet.
Yes.
And I had forgotten about your dream, but so we don't know the sex, and we're not finding out.
I think you're having a girl too. Until
they're this size, but this side of my lady bits. Yeah, but I have now had 3 dreams about a girl.
Interesting.
So this with Dez's dream, that's 4 dreams. That's 4 collective dreams. So yeah. I don't know.
I said to Jay the day you told us, I was like, oh, she's totally having a girl. He was like, yeah, I can't see her having anything but a girl right now.
Yeah, but see a lot, and then like most, it's split 50-50. People are either...
Your mom is convinced you're having a boy.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. People are either very much convinced it's a boy or very convinced it's a girl. I think there's really few people aside from like Daniel and I that are like, we really don't know. People have opinions.
Your subconscious thinks something, though.
My subconscious thinks something, but we also have the boy name picked out already, and the girl name we're like waffling on.
Oh,
I know your mom told me.
Yeah.
But she said that you won't tell anybody, and I was like, I respect that. We told everybody Alex's name, but not Zach's name. Like felt like a rite of passage for Zach's name to keep it private. And then by the time Alex came around, we were like, we got 6 weeks to go. We're calling him Alex.
Just figure like everybody has an opinion, so you know what? Everybody can find out the name when their opinion doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You know, I won't be shamed out of my name choice.
Yeah. Do we have a placeholder name like I used to use Baby G? Matt wants to know.
Yes. So we're calling them Bumby.
Bumby, I like
Bumby.
it.
Okay. It's got a literary
okay.
place. So apparently Ernest Hemingway named his first child Bumby.
Oh.
So if you research this, there's a real human that existed in the world named Bumby Hemingway. But Daniel was reading like a memoir about Hemingway, and Bumby was mentioned. And we both thought it was so funny. And at the time, we were trying to find like a nickname so that like people would kind of get off our back, because calling them the non-binary they was very controversial.
Really?
I still don't understand why, but it was like very controversial for a lot of people in our world, whatever. So Bumby sort of stuck, and we thought it was just so like hilarious and funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like silly, but cute. And so
I love that. I think that it's not so much to like, genderfy it. It's to like personify it.
Yeah.
And when you assign a nickname or a name, it's like more like, oh, okay, we're talking about a person that's going to join our universe or our circle in a few months, so that like it's more like I don't know, like that's kind of how I've always seen it.
Yeah, it's identifying the entity as a soon to be human, breathing human.
Right. I don't know if you remember this though. So I used to use Baby G and Baby G2. And somebody called me Mama G once, and I was like, no, I'm not Mama G. That's Amanda's mom. What are you talking about?
Too weird.
I can't be that. I'm not that.
If she knew how to trademark something, she would have trademarked
exactly.
it.
I was like, please don't call me that. Like, I can't do that. Yeah. And like Des said, like, babies are both the best and the worst. And like anytime we talk about like maybe should we do another one, should we not, we're getting older, we got to decide now, like, you know, what should we do? And it's always like, well, they're so cute and they're so much fun, but like we sleep now, so that's awesome. Like it's really adorable, but it's also like really expensive. So yeah, I get what you mean, Des. I get what you mean.
Oh, we're having real sticker shock with daycares.
Yeah. I bet it's even worse there. Well, like I said, Zach's program, just to send him there to help him with the school, it was $1,200 a month.
Yeah. We actually did the math on like one place we were looking at that like because I was like, just out of curiosity, because they listed everything by like day. I was like, let's break it down by hour. Oh. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
And Daniel's like, that's only like $10 less than what I make an hour. I'm like, oh, well, then it's definitely more than I make an hour. Yeah. So maybe this is not going to work.
Well, you have to think like they also like you're paying for the staff and you're paying for the people that like, you know, make the food there. If it's not one of the programs, like at our daycare, they have like a chef who plans out the meals each week and sends you the menu and asks if you have any dietary problems and then like makes them like whatever. So like you're paying for a lot more than you think. Like you're paying for the whole overhead cost of a private daycare that's not like government subsidized, which is one of the things like Elizabeth Warren always talked about, like just giving government like subsidies to all daycares to like make them more affordable or
because rightfully we want these people to be well compensated because they're doing very important and valuable work.
Exactly. Like Zach was such a terrible sleeper. Remember, he didn't nap for the first year of his life. And if it wasn't for like, we didn't know what we were doing. We were terrible with the schedules. And if it wasn't for the daycare, like they gave him the schedule that he had. Like they pretty much like set everything up, which doesn't sound great to like, well, it does actually, because I know plenty of people that were in like the same boat. Like,
right, because those people have degrees in how to do that.
Exactly.
You're just a parent, like just trying to figure it out.
Exactly. Like they got him on that schedule. So yeah, like, you know, a good daycare, it sucks that it's so expensive, but like, you know, it's also necessary.
But yeah, it should be that expensive.
Yeah.
But
now, come at me again in 2 weeks when they tell me that they're going to be learning from home through June, and I'm going to be like, what, $1,200? That's nothing.
Worth every cent.
No, I mean, it definitely should be that expensive in the fact of like, there's a lot of stuff that like people need to be compensated. I would be curious to know if the people working there, like how much their takeaway is, because I would bet
they don't make that much. They don't.
It's still, they still probably make next to nothing.
If they made $11 or $12 an hour, I would be shocked.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
13.
So that's criminal, but it should like there should be a lot of money going into it, but it shouldn't be coming from the parents, because that means that if you don't make a shit ton of money, you just basically like can't have kids,
right?
Or can't, you know,
well,
or you can have kids, but your kids can't have like, you know, good care.
Right. Or
Right,
like
well,
how many kids you can have. Like, you know, I would be lying if I said that like factoring in child care and how we would have, if we could afford that was a factor in our decision.
Right.
About,
And I think we
starting a
talked
family.
about this. We would have had another one 2 years ago if it wasn't so expensive, because we talked about it when after Alex turned 1, doing one more, and it just came down to price. Just came down to cost.
Just like healthcare, like it doesn't have to be this way.
It doesn't have to be this way.
No, it doesn't. And like, isn't the statistics? Well, the statistics came out that there was no quarantine baby bump, like boom, like births have. I saw that the headline came across, and I read just the headline and the little thing under it on notifications, and essentially, birth rates have gone down since the quarantine. Like since, you know, because now we would be in.
People have even less money.
Right, because people are concerned about their, you know, financial stability, and does it make sense? And just also the state of the world. Like,
Right,
I would be lying if I didn't, you know, have my days where I'm like, oh my God, is this really responsible to be bringing a kid into this like dumpster fire of a world right now?
Right. And you think about like, they say millennials, who are not the Gen Xers, who are the awesome TikTok people, but like the people our age are getting married later, having children later, or not getting married at all. Like it's all because of finance stuff, right? And it's
we're
so
just buried in student debt, and
like
get the jobs. And
I know that they make a big deal out of this, but like, how many articles have you seen like the death of the middle child? Because people are like 2 children families at most. So just, you know, I mean, whatever. Not whatever, but like, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's all so very real.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm team win the lottery. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm team socialize.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, like when I say like if Frank and I ever moved back to France, it will be mostly because of healthcare, because like every time we get a bill, it's this. But we talk about like these kinds of things. Like we have friends in France. I mean, they make like wildly less money than us, because like a lot of my friends in France are in sort of a different like socioeconomic class, like different education, like less education, like so that kind of thing. So that's why they make like wildly less than us. But like in a way, they still, like on paper, right? They still do as good, if not better than us. Like they're homeowners, for example, or that, you know, they have children that they can afford to have them. You know, they can still go on regular vacation, like these kinds of things. Like, whereas like, you know, here we are in the US, and like, you know, on paper, like we make so much more money than them, but like we're not homeowners, and you know,
right.
We
never will be here.
Yep.
So.
No, very much the same. That like, you know, I look at what like the median poverty level is, and then like what I make, and it's like, well, it should be a more comfortable life than it feels like it is.
I know.
I feel like I should have enough and I should feel very wealthy and yet I don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bummer. There is a better way to do this, and there is
a better way to do it. And if we weren't all so fucking stubborn, we could work together to do it.
Right.
It's for the common good.
It's like stubbornness, a real tenet of being an American.
And just like not wanting
freedom. It's about being goddamn stubborn of change and afraid of change.
And not wanting others to have nice things too.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what we talked about in Broad Topics, right? Like, so many people are against programs that could actually help them, but they don't want it to because they don't want other people to get help as well. And like, it's that like in individualism and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
And I do think that, like, I don't know, I feel like you meet the need of the moment that you're in. And clearly the moment that we're in is different than the moment that we might be in if all of the stuff that we, if we can fix a lot of the stuff that is wrong right now, and maybe we're in a different moment 20 years from now or whatever. But like, clearly the moment that we're in right now is there's a huge income gap between the haves and the haves, the have-nots, and the have all of it.
Right. Well, and I don't know where we got to this point of like, I think a lot of the fear of like other people getting what you have somehow equates to somehow you get less.
Ronald Reagan, go back to Reagan.
Nixon. But it's like, how do we convince that out of our society that like pulling up an extra seat to the table doesn't mean you have to give up your seat.
It would take a generation.
Space.
And luckily the generation below us seems like they are well on their way to like being better. And our generation is hopefully like, what you would think like the older generation would be to learn. I think Gen X is probably a bit better as well, but like the boomers, man. I mean, they ain't flipping the channel, so
no, not gonna change. Don't have to.
Exactly. But to move on to happier things, we have an email from Maggie, and we have an Andy update, and then we're gonna read some of the suggestions from the chat if the walkie-talkie person named things. So let's get into the email from Maggie. She answers a very pressing question from last week's episode, so let's get to that.
Okay, let's find out.
Okay.
Hey, Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. I almost forgot to leave you feedback. I am super tired, so send an email tonight instead of calling.
That's why she's not
okay.
here.
We will take your feedback in whatever form it materializes. I am bummed that you ladies didn't like the Penelope reveal in Bridgerton. I'm so bummed. It's much different in the books. They don't reveal Penelope as Lady W until book 4, which is my favorite book. That's good to know. I can't wait to see what the show does and the changes that they make. As for the sexiness of the Bridgerton books, using 50 Shades of Grey is the scale. 50 Shades is a 5, then most of these books are around a 3.5, with maybe 2 books having a few scenes that bring them to a 4.
All right.
Respectable, the tasteful. I hope that makes sense. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the books. I'll be rewatching the show again soon.
Nice.
Let me know if you are interested to know what happens in each book to compare to the show. I know not everyone will read them. I'm not sure if book knowledge counts, spoiler or not. Bye-bye.
You know what? That might be a fun read. I'm just about to start Barack Obama's new book, which is 700 pages long. But maybe when
I'm sure
it's super dense. It's not written very big. Like the words are small. But maybe I'll read the Bridgerton books after that as like a fun little thing. So I would say, Maggie, thank you so much for the offer, but maybe let's hold off for just now.
Yeah, I feel like I might want to read them too. I feel like they might be just like a really fun.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be spoiled, but I actually did look for the Bridgerton books on Amazon, and they're hella expensive right now, but you can download like the Kindle version.
That makes sense.
Oh, nice.
It's a hot commodity right now.
Right, but by the time Shandy finishes reading the Obama book, it might have come down.
Yes, and hopefully my local library will have a copy.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a good point.
I am kind of intrigued to read them because I have read in the comments of different articles about it that they are actually really fun. And Maggie said they were really fun. So I kind of want to read them.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like, when Game of Thrones was a thing and like I was never in on the books. And I think like when the first season came out, I remember a bunch of my friends like then started reading the books and I didn't get into it until way later. But at that point it was like, there are so many books. Like I just can't. It's just too long. And it's just like there's so much of it is like maybe a little bit too depressing. But Bridgerton, I feel like we're one season in. So it's not that much.
Right. And they're supposed to be super fun.
And exactly. I think it'd be a more fun ride than...
Just nice, easy, fun. Just get lost in a book.
And I read somebody said that Anthony is actually their favorite character in the books because the second season revolves around him and the book, the Viscount That Loved Me, or something like that. And it's actually a really good book, and he's actually very charming within it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
we all love a redeemed bad boy. That's a trope that people can get behind. We have seen that across literature, across film. We love that storyline. We can't get enough of that storyline.
Fair. All right, let's get into an Andy update, and then we will read let's get into an Andy update.
Okay, so Andy writes in, this week in Andy's virginity. Hey, broads. Although the sun has shone brighter and candy has tasted sweeter since last Wednesday, I can't report any such changes in my neck of the woods. Of course, the problems we've been dealing with the past 4 years aren't going to disappear like if Thanos snapped his fingers, but it certainly has been good for our mindset not to be constantly in the whirlpool of toxic thinking. It's good we have the words of Amanda Gorman to ruminate on as opposed to whatever poet the orange one would have picked. He wouldn't have picked a poet. He doesn't know what poetry is. Though sadly, we'll never know what the man from Nantucket has been up to. Anyway, no news as I said earlier. I wish I could report something, especially give you some long-awaited good news, but it looks like that will have to wait. Even the loneliness brought on by being apart hasn't helped me find the part of the Venn diagram where women I'd like to date and women who'd like to date me meet. Understandably frustrating in an already frustrating time, but I still hope things will get easier once more people get vaccinated and we can get closer to normal. Maybe I can find myself winning the inaugural Bad Sex in Nonfiction Award in December. Well, that's up in the air, and we'll see what the remaining 11 months of 2021 have to offer in due time. But I think this year will offer a lot of good, regardless of where my love life takes me. Hashtag I'm 6 feet from hers, Andy. That's wild to think that there are only 11 months left in 2021, aka we've already made it through almost an entire month.
I know, it's kind of crazy. I was talking about that with my coworker today. I was like, can you believe it? We're almost done with January.
I know. Time.
January always feels like it. Usually in like a normal year, January feels like 8 weeks long.
It does. It usually feels like the longest month.
So it's like, if it has gone by this quickly, what does that mean for the rest of the year?
True.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm really excited for the Bad Sex and Fiction Awards of December 2021, though. They are my favorite time of the year.
Oh, they're so fun.
Yes. Of the many things that we do hope come back in 2021.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear. Well, thank you, Andy. We appreciate your email. Before we close out this show, the chat had some good stuff. So, Greg, pillow, it's a headbed.
It is a headbed.
But I guess if you're going to keep in with the theme, it's a heady Betty.
Yes.
Or a Betty Hetty.
Or a Betty Hetty. No, I think it's got to be a Hetty Betty.
Yeah, Hetty Betty sounds better, yeah.
A squatty potty is a smoothie poopy.
And a squatty potty is already like a walkie-talkie.
Yes.
It's just like an alternative name. I still like it though. It's good.
Yeah. And then a wallet is a cash stash.
I like that.
Nice. That's
Very
good.
clever.
Very good.
Well, cool. Does anybody else have anything before we wrap it up? Alrighty then. Well, cool. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for anybody that was in the chat tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/jayandjack or go to jayandjack.com and click on the Become a Patron link at the top right-hand corner of the page. If you'd like to give us any feedback, we love feedback. Thebroadcasters3@gmail.com or 331-276-2373. Check out the broad topics that we did this past week. Happy episode 208, which, is also my birthday episode because, 28.
That's right.
Also, it was Broad Topics number 8 this week. Clearly, this is the week of 8s. Right. Now I've killed my flow. Feedback, patrons. Thank you to the patrons that contribute a certain level, and that would be Eckhart Rigner Tack from Tokyo, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, Greg the Gray, Ed the Creepy Mailman. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. I had something else that I wanted to mention, and I totally can't remember what it is right now. I've completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, not important then. I'll think of it and write it down for next week. But yes, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Does anybody else have anything?
Nope. No, ma'am.
All right then. Well, on that note, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, sorry, that was my tummy.